Welcome to the Twist News. I'm Erika Grey. I know that there's been a lot of hoopla over the reporter who asked Zelensky at his conference with President Donald Trump why he does not wear a suit. But what I want to highlight is that reporter sounded angry. I mean, really angry. Just take a listen.
So what was your second question?
My second question for President Zelensky now. Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest, why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do own a suit?
I think that the reporter was pretty annoyed. And because Donald Trump has taken now the stance that he's taken with Ukraine, that reporter felt it was very safe to now vent this anger over Zelensky's dress. And we've talked about that on this show. It's his t-shirt that he was going around wearing, looking like G.I. Joe. But I want to talk about that for a minute. What was the point of his dressing like that? Was he trying to look like a YouTuber? You know how it's like hip on YouTube to be dressed casual, and you see pastors in churches and you see all kinds of professionals wearing t-shirts and sweatshirts. I never went on that rodeo. I wouldn't follow that protocol because as a journalist, I feel that it's appropriate to be in a jacket. Therefore, my jackets. That's the appropriate dress for a journalist. So I think what Zelensky was doing to gain popularity at the time was trying to look like a YouTuber. But with this journalist, it just didn't fly because there is a standard of dress. He's absolutely correct. So let's listen to what Zelensky had to say.
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting the dignity of this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe
something like yours. Yes. Maybe something better. I don't know.
Yeah.
We will see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can hear that Zelensky got flustered. And then he referred to it as a costume, and maybe afterwards some cheap one? Like what? Like you're running with world leaders and you're talking like you have no knowledge of what appropriate dress is and something cheap to boot? When you're being given all this money, you obviously have the money for a better suit. Anyway, I'm really glad that this reporter fired this question. And I'm also glad that the reporter fired it with such anger because that was how I felt. What's this guy doing? Even when you take a look at him, take a good look. He looks out of place. He looks completely out of place. So maybe he thought he would be gaining popularity. Maybe he thought this was the thing to do to appeal to the masses. But kudos to this reporter who highlighted and who went on the attack, and you could see that Zelensky got all flustered. Well, this is my take on the topic, and what I'm going to do as inspiration because of Zelensky's inappropriate dress is actually have a segment of this show where I will highlight the fashion of world leaders and highlight the ones who are making gross mistakes to the best dressed. Now, it won't be a major segment of this show, but it'll be a segment. And so we're going to start the geopolitical fashion playlist with Zelensky. Big faux pas, big mistake, following the masses, not the thing to do. You're expected to dress like you have a level of sophistication. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Zelensky gets a 0. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Twist News. And if you don't subscribe, be sure to hit that subscribe button today and definitely like this video, share it, and comment. Till next time.